Action.
Yep.
Action Jackson.
We're here.
On.
We're here.
All right. We got Julia Cook, the other half of Babe. The other half of Babe. We're in it. What's up, Mike? Hey, listen, the email that she gave me was your email. So that's the email that I sent the link to.
Yeah, he actually, he was like, babe, I was so confused. I thought I was going on the podcast. I didn't know what was going on.
No,
I was like, I'll message them.
No, for you.
Hey, did he do everything that he was supposed to do for Valentine's Day? How'd Valentine's Day go?
It was good because of like the whole long distance thing and him being in San Jose. So what he did was he sent me like some money so I can pamper myself and get my feet done. So it was nice. I got a pedicure and then I sent him a picture of my toes, but I told him he had to pay for extra if you wanted to see that.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
No, nobody. No, nope. I'm good on toes. That's fire though. Like it.
But it was good. Other than that, I just kind of went to San Diego to work out, and then I just kind of had a lazy day. So that's pretty much all from all the traveling I've been doing.
All right, so he did what he was supposed to do. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, pool boy. Let's go.
We did have a Netflix FaceTime movie date. We did watch.
What was the movie?
Yeah.
What was the movie?
Don't Listen. It was off Netflix. He likes horror movies. So
yeah, no, I wouldn't.
It was a horror movie, and I don't like watching horror movies by myself, even though we were FaceTiming because we have to both mute our phones or else we'll hear the feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it seem like I'm still kind of watching it by myself.
How romantic. A scary movie.
No, you have to. Anybody, Mike, you have never seen freaking Cobra Kai? I just finished the series Cobra Kai.
Oh, the series? I've seen it. It was really good.
It was the most.
That was our Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah, it was the most amazing ending ever. It had all the feels. The soundtrack was fucking amazing. Like I wanted to go run for Rocky and for Danny. Like it was awesome. Ask her. I was yelling at the TV.
I actually binge watched Love Is Blind, the new season yesterday. That's my trash show.
Okay, that's fair.
and the Bachelor. I try to get Mike to watch The Bachelor with me.
I can't do The Bachelor. Funny. I can't do The Bachelorette. You know why? Because I grew up on like Rock of Love.
Okay.
And Flavor Flav. Like those were the reality like dating shows that I would watch. And I think those compared to like The Bachelorette, I think I need a little bit more trash in my life to like keep me entertained because those girls were crazy on those shows.
There's just like ridiculous like love. I think there's one that's like I think Mike showed me. It was like you either get married or you like break up. Like and they had go through this trial. I forgot what the name of the
Married at First Sight.
I don't know if
that was horrible.
No, it's like these couples go to like a retreat thing, and like one wants to get married and one doesn't.
Ultimatum.
Yes, there you go. Ultimatum. Yep. That one's crazy too.
We did.
I haven't watched it that much, but I watched a couple episodes with him, and I was like, no way, couldn't do it.
Does Mike find her glinting? I love that. That's our moniker now. I'm not mad at it, Jan. Like I'm okay with it.
They want to change the name.
Thank you so much. I'm definitely not mad at it.
They want to change the logo. I said no, so I'm ruining the party. Sorry, guys.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny as shit.
I gave my wife an ultimatum at work. Oh my God. All right, maybe I should do that, Mike.
I like her glinting hard. Yeah, for the whole rest of the week. But yep, I love what my last name has become. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes perfect sense. And it's my fault because I said it like change it to glit and things like glit. So it's my bad. My fault.
No, Woolberry came up with it. They wanted to change it to clit in things.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And then because it was with Sevon, when Sevon was on hanging out with us, then he was like, you can change it to glint.
No, I said
Oh,
that.
you did.
I was like, what if we just did clit but with a G
And I was like,
made
no.
it glit? I was like, that would be amazing. Like,
nope.
What made you guys want to start changing the name?
We didn't. It was just funny.
Okay.
It was just
You guys were
funny-
just coming up with okay.
No, the chat came up with it
Yep.
and said something. Barry came up
Barry
with it.
came up with
I
it.
need
Yeah.
to go back and watch it then.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he
I
came
didn't
up
watch
with it.
Yeah.
And someone was like, that would be amazing. And I was like, not clit, but maybe glit. And then it just became fucking funny. So
Barry, you don't have to apologize. It's all good.
no,
It's all
it's
good.
fire.
And I was like,
absolutely love it.
Vindicate made our logo. Like we can't, nobody's changing
We're
that.
not changing it.
Nobody's changing
But
that.
but it
No, I like the logo.
I
Yeah.
thought about it for 5 seconds. It was
Yes.
funny, which is not how long it takes to find the glit.
Oh my god.
All right. So
Skin hot in here.
hey, listen, it's always fun when it's interesting because when you see the women's podcasts in the space, most of them have nothing but women on. When you see the men's podcast, or when you see, did I mess this up? When you see the men's podcast, they have a lot of women on. When you see the women's podcast, they have a lot of men on. And when 3 women get together, like you can just talk about anything. It's, you know
Literally
what I mean? Like
anything.
yeah, I watched Outside the Box today, right? Jake Chapman and Jan, and they had a female power lifter on there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they asked her about how she trains around her period. The question, if I could have asked the question I would have asked is, how do you compete on your period? Right? Like I was a high-level basketball player who didn't figure out how to use a tampon until I was like a freshman in college.
Oh my gosh. It,
And
like,
that was rough. Like I had to plan. Nowadays, I don't feel like, do you have to plan? Or like just hormones, the whole logistics, do you have to plan? Like that's, I do. I plan around mine. I've always planned around mine.
what sucks about mine is so irregular because I'm on birth control. So I don't know when I'm getting mine. So I always plan logistics for it. Like when I'm competing or if I'm like going to the field, like if I'm sleeping in the woods for 2 weeks, I'm like, shoot, that would suck. Because if I'm on it, I don't have a tampon or anything, I'm screwed. I'm using toilet paper like at that point.
You get no signs? Like
You
I
get-
get
like spotting maybe, like, but that's
okay.
but like as far, I don't get cramps. I don't get
Nothing.
And I even had like my checkup, it's probably TMI, but like your PAP, and I got checked up and I asked the OBG, and she was like, I was talking to her, I was like, hey, is it normal? Like, I don't normally get periods because I'm on birth control. And she's like, what kind of birth control do you have? I have like the Nexplanon, the thing that the implant in your arm, and it's good for like 5 years. And she's like, yeah, it's totally normal. You just probably spot, or you just won't get a period, or it just depends who the type of body you have. But before I even got on birth control, I always had irregular periods. So they would just pop up randomly. So I wish I could plan it around, but I just never know when I'm going to get it.
Trish, I don't know what's happening to me, but my body, like my period has changed so much in the last like 2 years. I used to be able to like, hey, my boobs are sensitive, I'm bloating, and I have a cramps. I'm getting it. I got 3 days left. Now I don't fucking know.
Mhm.
I'm in the same boat.
Yep.
I have no idea. Like I get irregular erections. I don't know if that's a dude thing that you should probably get that checked.
Yeah, you should.
Or you're in a good place. Does that mean dudes are in a good place if that's what they get is irregular erections? Like I'm okay with that.
Oh my
but
gosh.
did the girl talk? You went to Wadapalooza by yourself,
did.
right? You were on
I
your own at
did.
Wadapalooza.
I was on a, or to my like competing wise, or
Without Mike.
I competed on a, oh yeah, Mike didn't go, but I competed on a team with 2 athletes that I never worked out with before. So it was kind of interesting to see how well we worked, competed together, and we didn't do that bad. And they're both Golden Line athletes, and they're both semifinal athletes, and I'm not. So I felt kind of honored that they wanted to be part of to be on a team with me. So it was kind of cool. It was actually really cold. Yep. So to the left, that's Abigail. She actually lives in Mexico. And then the one in front of me is Rachel Fricker. She just moved to Colorado. Both great athletes. Rachel Fricker's, her engine is insane. I feel like I was kind of holding us back on some workouts, but she's really good. She was the youngest. I think she's like 26. And then Abigail, it was actually her birthday during Wadapalooza. She just turned 33. And we went to a sushi restaurant for her birthday Friday night. So
they reached out to you and was like, hey, we need a third. Do you want to come work out? Like, how did that connection work?
So my coach, so we all have like the same, well, Abigail and I have the same coach. And then Rachel, she has a different coach, but all under, through Golden Line. And I reached out to my coach and I was like, hey, like I really want to do team for Wadapalooza. So I reached out to Abigail and she was on board to compete with me, but we needed a third. So Rachel Fricker, she was trying to go for Indy to see if she would qualify, but if she didn't qualify, then she was scooching and be the third person. So it was really like, we're just kind of waiting. And because we're kind of waiting to see if she qualified since it was individual qualifiers first. So since she didn't qualify, then we created a team. Then we did all qualifiers together. And then we were actually one spot shy of making the elite division to get backfilled. Yeah, we missed it by one spot. Well, I'm actually kind of happy we didn't get elite, to be honest with you. So we didn't get slapped. Because it was still very like a competitive field, because there were still like in like RX team, there were still like semifinals and games athletes like in our division. It just so happens like we were just one team shy of qualifying for elite, which I liked it because we had 3 days to do all the workouts versus doing 2 days. So it was good.
Let me ask you, Kenneth, did she have to take leave for all these competitions?
Yeah, actually I did have to take leave since I'm like the whole Army Warrior Fitness, how their athletes are like, everything is funded, their lodging and flight. Like me, I had to pay for everything out of pocket. I'm still trying to like look into it to see if the Marine Corps would somewhat, I don't know. I am sick of using my own personal leave days to compete. I already use 11 days and we only get 30 days a year. So
wow.
Yeah.
So the Marine Corps doesn't do what the Army does, which is like they have a team, like a CrossFit team. They're allowed to go do that. You can't just go join the Warrior Marine Corps team to go do.
That's correct. So like the Marine Corps has like an all Marine, like rugby team, wrestling team, soccer team, but not CrossFit. And I'm like trying to read and look into it to see if they just even, if I'm not part of some like team, if I can just still get funded just like myself. But the Army uses it as a recruiting tool. So like they have like a whole trailer at Wadapalooza and they have the funds for it. As the Marine Corps, we get like the least funding out of all military branches. So I don't know. I have to look into it more. I would like to not use my vacation days and
the Marine Corps has the least funding.
Yeah, least funded. So every year we get so much, every unit gets allocated a certain amount of funds to use. And we have to, sometimes they don't even give us, we can request how much we want for the unit, but it's not even like guaranteed. Normally they'll just cut us short of funds. And then when you get those funds and then you plan your military training through the year, because like training costs a lot of money. So then you have to plan how much money you plan on using to conduct specific training exercises.
Shoot. Well, everybody just DM Dave for you. I'm a DM Elon for you. fuck that. We're getting all the funding. Let's go. So
Thanks,
what is what? Kenneth, seriously? This sucks. Marine Corps is poor as AF. That's why we are the only Marines.
That passes.
Oh,
We don't even get new gear or anything. It's all like hand-me-down gear or out of like we're like the last to get any updated like flak, Kevlar, like high-tech stuff, unless it's like infantry units. Even that I feel like would have to be like MARSOC, like equivalent to like the Army Rangers or something like that. I don't even know. Like our vehicles break down all the time. We don't even have enough vehicles to transport people. They just break down all the time.
It's crazy.
that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, all right. Going back to Wadapalooza. So you've done Wadapalooza a couple times, right? You've done it more.
It was like back when it was like before COVID. It was like when it was teams of 4. It was like 2 men, 2 females. I haven't done it since. I've only done it once. So this will be my second time doing it. This was like back in, I don't even know. Was it 2019? I think is when there was like teams of 4 back then. So it's been a while. And I was going to school when I was living in Florida.
So I'm curious, what motivates, like you're not doing the elite. It's not like you're trying to get the humongous prize purse. It's not like, what motivates you to go do the category that you guys go do?
I think it's to be exposed and kind of see where I'm at as an athlete in the division that I'm in, to see if I'm well enough to make it to the pro division next year and kind of see where I'm at. I think it's because the CrossFit gym I go to, I train alone every day by myself. I have no one to train with. So it's really hard to see like where I'm at as an athlete, if I'm going too fast, if I'm going too slow. Like it's just really hard. So it's good to like meet up just to go out there and kind of see like where I'm at against all these athletes. And they're all great. They're all like killing it. And some of them all train together. So it's kind of cool to see like where I'm at in my progress as an athlete, to see how far I've come, especially with, working 9-10 hour days and then training late evenings. I only train about maybe, it's probably a lot for a lot of people, but about 2, I try to get in 2 hours of training each evening. Yeah. So I think it's good just to see like where I'm at and then know what I need to work on, looking forward to the next comp, going into the next comp.
We were just talking with Jethro the other night, an affiliate owner that we love to death that's on Long Island. And we were just talking about how much fun we have when it's just local comps, right? And you can just go throw down and you think you're badass, right? Because you put in RX for the local competition and the hardest thing that you have to do is double unders and like
toes to bar
100 or like 185 pound clean.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you know what I mean? It's whatever. And you have a great time and you think you're like awesome. And then there's the it's the RX division you guys were in?
Yes, the RX division.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's the actual RX division, which you guys are, which are actual athletes. Like you're almost a pro division and not even close to the local comps that we do.
And like the workouts are literally all the same. It's I think the weight is maybe a slight difference, but everything else is like all the workouts are like literally the same. Maybe a few reps are like, I don't know, maybe they might tweak it for the elites for a little bit. But for the most part, they're literally almost identical to what we're doing. They're just way faster.
Do you ever look at one of the events? I mean, like you said, they're pretty close to the same. So even if they're a little bit different, has there ever been an elite event that you looked at and you're like, fuck it, I would crush this event? Like if I did it exactly how it was written with the weight that was for the elites, and kind of itch to want to go do it and be like, if I could have thrown down on that event.
Oh yeah. Like I'm very big into, I'm like a strength athlete, I guess you could say. So like any barbell movement, I love barbell workouts. Like that's like my jam. So there was a workout. It was a rope climb. It was ascending reps. It was like 1 to 10. you do like 1 clean, 1 box jump over, and then 1 rope climb. Or I think it started with rope climbs. But you all weighed 10 for the elites. It was 175, and I think for us was 165. So it was only 10 pound difference. But like I would crush the barbell movement. Now we did have an overhead squat event, and that was probably the least work event I was looking forward to because I don't have good overhead stability, and I'm dealing with like a little bit of a shoulder issue right now. So thank God my teammate Rachel, she's like super strong overhead, so she's banged out the last like it was nothing, and I'm just like, cool, you got it. But yeah, typically any barbell movement, I'm good. I like to do.
So overhead, not squat.
Oh yeah, definitely not overhead squats. I hate overhead squats. That's probably
No, I mean like you would rather an overhead movement than a squat movement.
I'd rather do a squat movement.
Squat movement
than
than
overhead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Overhead.
I do
I played. What did you play in high school again?
I was actually a cheerleader and dancer, and then I competed.
That's why your legs.
Yeah, and then I competed in bodybuilding like right after high school for like 3-4 years.
That makes sense.
I competed in dancing competitively for a little bit. Like dance was like, so
dance was life.
Yeah, dance was life.
I remember
dance was life. Now CrossFit is kind of like life.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah,
dance was life. It was a lot.
Yeah, I miss dancing. I had like 7 classes, and especially, I loved it. I don't regret.
How did your body respond when you stopped dancing? Because I'm kind of looking at like the way that my body feels now, and I have a lot of back issues, like a lot of lower back, hip issues, and it's because I don't like when you dance, you play, like you move your body the way that the body is supposed to move, but with lifting, it's so like up and down, right and left. There's no in between. And I kind of feel like I'm missing something like that. So I don't know if it's yoga. I don't know if it's Pilates. I don't know if it's something to kind of get into that play the way that we grew up with dancing. Did you feel a shift in your body when you stopped dancing and then really started to get into like your bodybuilding and stuff like that?
Yeah, I did note, like, obviously, like my flexibility has like totally gone away. I have like a little bit of it left. But when I stopped dancing, I didn't even like go to a gym right away. I think I became a runner. I just started running a lot. Like 5Ks, 10Ks. I think I've done a half marathon, but for fun though, like fundraising, like breast cancer awareness month, Thanksgiving, turkey trot. Yeah, like just things like that. And because I just wanted to keep being active. And I would occasionally just like dance in my house, and like every song that would come on, that I was like, oh, I used to dance to this song, and then I would just dance. But yeah, I do feel like my body has shifted as far as being more not as mobile. So now I have done hot yoga a few times, but I haven't done anything like that in a long time, and I feel like my body's paying for it now. So I need to get back into it. Like earlier, probably like 30 minutes before I hopped on, I was just like on the floor doing some like mobility, like, cause I just feel super stiff when I'm not training. And then when I'm done training, I get super cold and stiff again. I'm just like, I can't just be mobile all day.
You can't be just moving and having.
I wish I can just like be flexible all day.
Yep.
Hey, is dance mobility better than like what was the app that gave you like WOD, whatever that gave you
like ROMWOD?
ROMWOD.
Oh yeah, I do. I use Pliability. I think Mike uses my account.
What is the sushi song?
You haven't heard the
don't
sushi
look it up.
song?
You don't
Mike
look it up.
plays it. I told you have to hang out in the stories. Mike plays the song every time that he takes a picture of the plate of sushi that he eats. Always.
Damn.
And I told him, I was like, why do you keep posting on your Instagram? He's like, it's so funny. People like it. Let the people see that I love sushi. And he plays it in the gym when I go travel to see him.
That's my wife.
Heating pads. Yes.
Oh, that's what I need. Heating pads. That's what I don't have.
Oh yeah, it was GoWOD. That was the thing.
GoWOD,
yeah. You're right.
GoWOD.
I'm not even gonna say your name, bro. I'm not I see your name. I see you, bro. I'm not saying it.
You almost did though,
You
didn't
can't
you?
catch me.
Gosh.
That's the Jeremy show. Where's Jeremy at?
in there.
Jeremy, you better fucking like get your boy right now.
Oh my god.
I'm not doing it.
Grow up, Mike.
How was it though? How is the Wadapalooza experience, right? Like, are you walking around just like big name athletes everywhere, cameras in your face? Like, how is the cameras in your face?
It was actually really fun. Like going to athlete first, you go like this athlete check-in, and it's kind of cool. Like you see all the athletes there, and you're just kind of meet and greet, and you get your little name placard, and you get these ugly shoes they gave you. I wish I brought them down here. But they were ugly. They were ugly tier shoes. No one really. They're. Yeah, I don't think I would wear them. To be honest with you. You get a pair of sunglasses, you get a shirt, and you just kind of like check out the venue, and just kind of like watch the first day go. Since we didn't go on the first day, we didn't start till Friday, and it was super cold. I will say it was super cold the first 2 days. It was actually kind of like rainy a little bit, like kind of misty, drizzling. So the floor was super wet, and I was actually kind of upset. On one of our events, they actually they had to go to a contingency plan for us, and they took out a whole movement, which made the workout completely different than what it was supposed to be.
Which one was it? What was it?
It was the worm clean and jerks, and then the echo bike.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
we're supposed to handstand walk, but they took the handstand walks out because the intermediate division was like handstand walking. And I saw some women and guys slipping and falling, like trying to handstand walk on the ground. So they made our division. They took the handstand walk. So in place of that, they made us do another 15 clean and jerks. And we got second. We got second in that event. That was actually a fun event. That was probably my lungs never blew up so much. And I had breakfast. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I had breakfast, like a big breakfast. I had a big breakfast. We did that event, and I threw up right afterwards.
Oh,
It was not good. It was like, imagine sprinting. You're running 3 miles and sprinting the last 200 meters. Like you're giving it all you got, but it doesn't hit you till like after you complete the run, where you want to like vomit. And I ended up throwing up. But I felt great afterwards. It was great.
That's
I
how
ate
it always
too big of a breakfast.
that's how it always happens, though, right? Like you like puke and rally. Isn't that what we do in our teens and 20s? Puke and rally. Like you feel better. Your belly feels better. You're good to go. Vindicate, you don't hear shit from the PFA. Yeah, I get it.
Those shoes she got look like Japanese karate. Oh yeah, I did get to meet. We dropped in at this CrossFit gym. Dang, I really forgot.
Oh, you got to meet the fittest man on earth? Oh, you got to meet
James? Yeah, I got to meet up with James, and then I FaceTime Mike, and I was what were we talking about? Something about his protein balls or something like that.
Oh, holy balls.
From
Holy
Balls.
balls.
Yeah.
I love your balls. I was like, oh my God. Like super cool dude. He just seems very genuine just talking to him. And then my coach was there, and then the gym was just so packed. It was really hard to like do anything in that gym because class was going on, and the owner of the gym was giving everybody like a colored wristband. So like if you were to go back the next day, and the wristband color would be different, so they wouldn't like, they were very making sure people were paying drop-in fees. The owner was super nice though, but the gym was just so small, and it was really packed for everybody trying to get a last minute workout in before the comp.
Yo, James is cool. Super excited. I reached out to him to see if he could come on the pod, but at the time he was traveling, so he couldn't do it. And he's the dude that won Kill Taylor the other day. So we get to like, whenever Souza tells us, we get to like send him money and whatever. It was a cool show. At least the workout was fun when he jumped on at the end. It was super cool, and so we're excited about that. But he seems amazing, super fun. He has no idea I'm a girl, but it's cool. He keeps calling. He has no idea. No, none, zero.
Really?
Idea. Yeah,
like,
he keeps calling. in the DMs, he'll call me brother. He'll be like, or
Thanks,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, like he has
sir.
no idea.
Do you
No,
correct him? Do you tell him
no.
like you just let it happen?
It's fine.
It'll be relevant if he comes on the podcast.
If he comes on
then
the pod, we'll
correct
fuck
it,
around. But like,
okay.
it's fine. He's super cool. He's been super nice in the DMs and like but hopefully we'll get him on. But I'm not like now. It's kind of open time, and he like they're doing a million.
He crushed that Kill Taylor workout this past
Dude,
Saturday.
that was fire. That was so cool.
Yeah.
When he missed that snatch and Sousa got up from his chair and the whole panel went crazy, I think that was my favorite.
He was like, he's going to miss a snatch if he fails a snatch, and then he did, and everyone just went
crazy. Crazy. Yep.
It was just the fact that he could like sit down and like look at the clock for a second. I was like, oh, he's fine. Like he's not losing this. Like we're like this is it today. And then the conversation between Taylor and him at the end, so good, so fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was so cool. CJ, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm not paying attention. What's up, ladies? What's up, Gus? What's up, dude? Okay, so you did Wadapalooza. Let's go on because I really want to get to the real thing. You did what is it? Fittest of the Coast in South Carolina. You did the individuals and the teams. So you were on a team with Mike and did that. And then you were
that's what everybody really wants to know.
Everybody
wants to know
how did that
the gossip and
right.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Oh my God. Hold on, wait. Stop it. Is this CJ or you made a fucking like YouTube account that says CJ DePont? Stop.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I can't right now. This is amazing. You know what? I'm not even gonna guess. What's up, Papa Birch? Love you. Just stopping by to say, hey, Julia, be sure to keep Mike in line. Fair.
I'll keep him in line.
Well, first of all, before you go into you and Mike working on the same team, like how did you get the crazy idea, first of all, to do another individual competition as close to Wadapalooza as you did, and then also decide to do the individual and the team in the same weekend, essentially?
So my coach was really wanting me to do TFX. And I'm like, I don't want to do those are literally like back-to-back weekends.
Yeah.
And I've done TFX. I did TFX last year, and I just remember like how miserable it was, cold and rainy, and I was just like, I just don't want to do TFX. And then another part of me is like, well, I just got back from Australia like last year, like in the fall last year. So like I kind of had like the fire ignited me, and I just wanted to like compete as much as I could. And see like where I would end up. And so I was like, I told my coach, I was like, hey, I want to do Fittest of the Coast. And then I realized that the Fittest Coast allows you to do individual and team all in 3 days. So then I was like, hey, babe, you want to try to do team together? He was like, okay. Our intentions were to do only team. And then we wanted to see where we would place on the individual side. And we both qualified on the individual side. So we're just like, hey, let's just do individual and team. Mm-hmm. So I qualified for RX Indy, and then we qualified for Pro Co-Ed, which was pretty cool. But that I would say my body is more wrecked from Fittest of the Coast than Wadapalooza. Whereas Wadapalooza, you're only doing 2 workouts a day over the course of 3 days. For Fittest of the Coast, I think we did 11. If I'm not mistaken, I think we did 11 events in over 3 days. And the way it breaks
both
up,
or just for one, like
for both, yeah.
Yeah.
And the way they did it was individual is from Friday to Saturday morning, so it's a day and a half, and then it goes right into Saturday afternoon to all day Sunday for team. So Saturday we had 4 events. So we had one at like 10:30, and then we had one at 2:30, and then one at 5:30, and then our last one was at like 8. It was like past 8 p.m. It was just such a long day.
So you and Mike looked at each other and you both were like, yeah, it's a good idea for us to do team and individual.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've never done Fittest of the Coast before. So I kind of like, I don't know. I just said, my coach was like, oh, that's a lot of volume. Are you sure? Like, and I was like, I still want to do it. And I was like, if I'm going Fittest of the Coast, I might as well go there for compete full 3 days than doing a day and a half, especially when him and I are flying all the way from California, which is like a long travel day. And if I'm spending the money to compete at Fittest Coast, I might as well just do Indy and team, which kind of sucks. Like I said, like the Army, like the Army sponsors all their athletes. I don't get sponsors, so I have to pay for everything. So I had to pay for registration for individual and pay for team. So yeah, that kind of.
You got to talk to Stupa and Pedro.
Yeah, and where the venue. I was going to say the venue location's great. It's like 5 minutes from the airport, walking distance from all these restaurants. The hotel's literally connected to the venue. So like you go out of your room and you just walk down the hall and then there's the venue. So
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a great location. Unlike TFX, it's like in the middle of nowhere. Barry, my coach is Matt Bryant with Golden Line.
I'm totally okay. I'm going to ask all these questions in a section. Yeah. My one question is that a clean mark? Like, is that from doing cleans on your neck right there?
This right here?
Yeah.
This is my birthmark.
I was like, okay. Mike.
Everyone thinks it's a hickey. Like in high school, everyone thinks it's a hickey, but it's my birthmark.
So. Bernie Gannon, when Julia dominates her adversaries in a competition, does she taunt them after with "you just got cooked"? I mean, that's amazing because your last name's cooked.
You just got cooked. I should.
Yeah, Jeremy or Mike, I totally fucking thought that was from you from, Valentine's Day, but it's cool. I'll take it. Go ahead. What were you talking about? Your coach? You have the same coach as Abigail Domit? What's happening?
Oh yeah, Abby Domit. Yeah, we have the same coach, Matt Bryan. He's a good coach. He's very communicative and like works really well with my schedule. If I have any issues, I just text him or call him whenever I want. And then I talk to him. We do like phone conversations, like weekly phone conversations, like once a week, just to see like how I'm doing, where I'm at. He keeps telling me to stop traveling because when I'm in a routine and I stick to a routine, I do really well. And then when I'm thrown off my routine, I start going like this. My training kind of goes up and down. Mm-hmm. And I am a very routine person. So my routine's thrown off. It kind of messes with me a little bit mentally. But
that's not at all because you're military and you have routines in the military. That's not why that is. Jeremy World, I want to ask this too. I know we're getting off track, but I want to make sure I ask these questions. Why'd you pick the Marines?
Oh man, I haven't had someone ask me that since I joined the Marine Corps. Long story short, I tried joining the Air Force, but I didn't score high enough on the ASVAB. I wasn't really book smart. And then I tried going in the Army. And then, so all the recruiting stations were like all right next door. So then I tried going to the Army, and then one of the recruiters got in trouble for like getting in a relationship with someone who's trying to join. So then I was like, screw that. I don't want to do that. And then, so I was like, I just want to go in the Marines. And then I became an aircraft mechanic. I don't do that now. I'm a logistics. But then I was like, let me work on aircrafts. I think that would be cool to do like when I get out of the military. So, and I feel like there's only 1%. Well, there's not that many women in the Marines either. So I thought it'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
You got to be good if you're a woman in the Marine Corps. You gotta want that shit. Mm-hmm. That's not something that just falls. That just falls on you. You have to want it. You have to accept it. Vindicate, ask your coach if you can do Crash Crucible. Oh
yeah, I'll ask him. There's qualifiers for it, right? For a Crash, yeah. I'm assuming there's qualifiers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you pretty much just gonna kind of try to do whatever competitions, do the qualifiers, or you can't right now because you're still in the military and you have to take leave to do this stuff?
I can still do like qualifiers. I mean, if I can still compete, I just have to take my own personal leave, which sucks. So it's like I can do as many comps as I want and take work off, but I'm using all my personal like vacation, like leave days. Like I'm going to do, I did NCC qualifiers. I'm just going to do team. NCC qualifiers are really, really competitive this year, unlike the previous years. So I'm just doing team for fun with Abigail, who was my partner at Wadapalooza. And hopefully it's only a 2-hour drive, so I probably don't have to take leave for that. And I'm just going to school for 2 years. Oh yeah, we do have our next, yeah.
Is that what you and Mike do? Like, that's how you guys get like a date weekend, is you go to the same competitions and do the same workout? Like,
I did tell him, I was
I
like,
can't take leave to come hang out with you doing
we can go to a
nothing.
competition.
But I can take leave and we can go do a competition together. Is that how like diehard you are?
well, no, I did tell him, I was like, I do want to go like on a true vacation where we don't even think about CrossFit, and like go on a cruise or go somewhere like to another country and like do something outside of CrossFit, you know? And he's like, well, what if CrossFit is like nearby, or I don't know. I forgot what he said. Like, what if CrossFit is like around, or I don't know what he said. He said something. And I was like, he's like, would that be considered staying away from CrossFit or something like that? And I was like, sure.
Michael,
go on vacation.
I'm like,
with
let's
your
watch a non-CrossFit podcast for 3 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you go on a vacation and not watch a CrossFit podcast?
I can. I don't know if he can. He likes to stay up to date on everything. He's like, babe, do you watch the Hiller video? And I was like, what video? I'm out. Did you watch this? I'm like, nope. I'm glad I have you to tell me everything.
You're like, no, I binge watched Love is Blind. That's
what he says. I asked if going to the games counts. Okay, that's what he said. He's like, if we go to the games to watch it, would that be considered vacation? I was like,
are you guys going to the games?
Like if we qualify or
both.
Well, we're gonna try to qualify, but I don't know if I would go to like watch it. It's expensive.
You're good to go. You're gonna qualify. You'll be in the games. It's fine. I can't wait. I'm ready to root for y'all at the games.
Yes.
I'm ready to be like screaming at Pool Boy. I'm ready to be screaming at you.
I want a Julia shirt. I think Mike has one. I want one.
Oh.
I want a Julia shirt.
Yeah, I saved it. I saved it in my highlights on my Instagram, but it was some guy named Will that he was in his division that it was funny. He was like, I saw a picture of your face on his shirt, and I thought it was like a font, like someone you dated had passed away or something like that. And he was like, no, she's very much alive. It was like, oh my God.
Augustus Link, 2024 Fittest Auditor. I don't think I've ever said your full name. I want to say, should I follow Julia back on IG? Yes, you should.
You don't follow me, Augustus?
She's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome. Oh my God. That shirt thing just destroyed my brain for a second, but the Open, what's up? You're obviously doing the Open because you're going to try to qualify for the games.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cool?
We'll see how the Open goes. I would really like to do, I feel like I'm more of like a team athlete, you know?
Oh, okay.
Individual. Just because like your teams can people have different strengths and weaknesses. I like to dabble in indie a little bit just to see like where I'm at against like some really great athletes. But I feel like I enjoy team more, like the camaraderie of like the team and like training together and like, you know what I mean? Just maybe that's part of why I'm like in the military too, because like you're just there together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you really liked Wadapalooza, being on a team of 3. You could see yourself being on a team of 4, even more fun.
Yeah, because you have to strategize the workouts too. Like when the workouts get released and you're like, all right, who's good at this or who can do more of this? Now, obviously if it's synchro, you got to do synchro. But like, for example, Fittest of the Coast, we had like chest to bar and thrusters, and partner A does 40 thrusters and 40 chest to bar. And then partner B does 20, 12, 8 thrusters, chest to bar. So it's broken out. I was like, well, that's a no brainer. Mike, you can bang out 40 chest to bar like it's nothing. So you're going to do the first part. And I did the second part. So I just like the whole strategy and like kind of talking through it and stuff like that. That I like about like being on a team. I think it's more fun. I know no one really cares about team that much. Everyone cares more about the indie side of things, but I think I prefer team sometimes.
Team often brings out the best in an athlete. You go harder for your team. I always thought about it like, I totally get that. Also too, like as an individual in a team, I think it's fun to know like what your strengths are. Like when that heavy lift comes out for 15 reps and you're like, yo, I got this. Like, don't worry about it. Like, and then when the gymnastics comes out, it's like, okay, I did the heavy lifts, so you got this shit. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like,
That's exactly why I like team. We also had a handstand push-up workout at Fittest, and like Mike is so good at handstand push-ups, and we had to do like 30 wall facing, 40 strict, and like 50 regular handstand push-ups. And I was like, all right, babe, I hope you're ready to bang out all these push-ups. You can partition however you want. You just tag your partner in, tag them in, right? Like, I was like, okay, get ready. And I only did like I think I did like 10 wall facing handstand push-ups, and he did 15. I did like 10. He finished the rest. I don't even remember. And then like he just bangs out. I don't know. He just banged out a lot of. And I did a lot of the kipping handstand push-ups. But like, yeah,
I'm sure he did bang out a lot of stuff. I'm sure the fuck he did. There was, I mean, and like this is just a little like team workout that Colleen and I did together. And I was like, there was toes to bar, and I was like, oh, well, I'll be lifting the heavy weights for the heavyweight workout, and you'll be doing 95% of the toe to bar. That's about to happen because ain't no way. And it's just fun. You know what I mean?
We did do a team one together.
And it is cool that you can like, you're like, hey dude, you just know like, I'm good at this. You're good at that. Go for it. And it's almost like acknowledging like, hey, I'm not good at gymnastics. So I'm just going to acknowledge I'm not good at gymnastics. What do you need from me so you can be good at gymnastics? Oh, lift the heavy fucking dumbbell. Cool. Got it. I'm there. And it's cool. I think it's fun.
Oh yeah, like we had the individual side, we had like a ring muscle up. It was like a ring muscle up, heavy devil's press.
Equal reps, Travis. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
We had like a ring muscle up, devil's press like workout, and like I didn't do that well because I don't have like a super high volume in like ring muscle up, so I'm still like building that volume. And then, but the devil's press were like really heavy dumbbells, and a lot of people struggle with that. And for me, I'm like, nope, this is like no problem. Me banging out but if this was a partner thing, I would have Mike do all the gymnastics and I would do all the heavy dumbbells. You know, hopefully they have something like that next time.
That's what we do with our partners, right? We make them do what they're good at. Where's Jeremy Eat World? Women, am I right? Shut up, dude. Like, yeah, you're right. That's exactly it. You're right. Yes.
I was wearing
Jeremy, go back to the first podcast we had with Jules. She talked about boot camp a lot.
Yeah.
With that one.
Yeah.
So
I did.
Go put another view on that one.
Yeah, help us out, bro.
Yeah. Comment on it.
Like,
you know,
subscribe. No.
Subscribe. But we will for sure do that comp again next year. That was just a really fun comp. And it was indoors. That's what I liked about it. It was just like we didn't have to worry about the weather, which was nice.
It was cool trying to find you guys on the feed. Like we were excited to be like, oh, this is getting streamed. And even if we had to watch like 800 people we didn't know, we were literally trying to find.
Well, you were the best because in one event I remember specifically, you were in all blue, like light blue. I was like, And then when he would pan, I was like, oh, there she is. Because everybody else was in like black or gray. Like there wasn't like a bright color, but you totally like, stuck out a nice.
I brought like 15 gym outfits. I was like, which outfit are we going to wear today? And Mike only brought, I was like, how are we going to match if you only brought black?
Oh, did you make him wear a certain outfit? That's amazing.
Yeah,
you would have wanted to if he brought
something
else.
Colors.
Yeah. And then, so it was funny. So we did wear we brought a Brian Friend shirt that we both had that we wore for one of the events. And he like made a bet with us, and he was like, if you get top 3, I'll buy you guys dinner. If you guys get bottom 3, you guys buy me dinner. And we're like, okay, bet. And I think this was I forgot which event. I think it was a handstand walk one or some. No, it was a handstand push-up one. And we didn't get bottom 3 or top 3. I think we got like 10th or something like that in the event. There's only 16 teams. So I was like, all right, well, we didn't get bottom 3. So the bet just kind of washed off. But it was really cool hanging out with Brian like all weekend too. We went to like Mellow Mushroom and had like pizza and we went somewhere else too. So it was really cool to see him live stream it.
Was that the first time you guys met Brian in person?
No, I actually ran into him at Wadapalooza, and then I met him last year at TFX. I met him last year at TFX because I bought I didn't buy it. Yeah, or at Pasadena 2023 semifinals, I had a Brian French shirt, but I like never knew who he was. I just liked the shirt. Mm-hmm. And when I went to go visit Mike, he was like, "Oh, you know Brian Friend, you're wearing a shirt." I was like, "No, I don't know who he is." So
just
then,
like the
yeah, and then Mike had reached out to him because I think he live streamed TFX. Yeah, he did live stream TFX, and he told Brian like, "Hey, my girlfriend's coming to TFX to compete." And then I found Brian and I went to introduce myself to him. So it was really cool. Like,
hey man, that was super ballsy. We said it for Wadapalooza for him to try to live stream Wadapalooza. I can't even imagine what that was like for him. Like it was, it must have just been a complete like nerve wracking. I would have shriveled up. And
it's a big stage.
He did all the things, and by the last one, like it was super cool. So kudos to him. It was fire.
Mm. Yeah, he did great live streaming. He even did a bonus round for Micah, even at Fittest of the Coast live streaming him.
We saw a couple of the regular events, obviously, because we were looking for you, but that looked like, and he was calling it live, and that looked great. It looked amazing, and play by play for him, like, is just half the time I'm like, oh my God, I don't even have to watch it. I can just put it on in the background, listen to him talk, and it's going. So that was cool.
Oh yeah, that he does really good. He like, I was so awkward. It was like at the end of an event, and he came up to me. He was like, bonus interview, and he like asked me a question, and he's like, don't freeze behind the camera. Don't freeze behind the camera. And I was like, oh, and my parents came out to watch me too, so that was super awesome. I don't even know what question he even asked me. He was like, what are your, I don't know, but he asked me a question. I like froze.
I saw that one.
And then Mike took the mic and just started speaking. I was like, okay, good, babe. Keep talking.
So are you
Mike's good for that.
Yeah.
So when you guys were competing, how was your communication?
Oh man. So we were practicing the worm. Like in the athlete warm-up area, and we like butted heads a little bit. And I was like, oh man, here it goes. Because he has a lot of experience with the worm, right? My first experience is
I'm sure he does. Okay, let's keep this up. Let's keep this going. Look, I'm here for this part. Go ahead.
Everything. So he was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. When I say go, pick it up. Right. And when I did Wadapalooza, we didn't like yell go. We just set and we just like went right away. And he kept getting mad at me. He was like, I didn't say go. We're not going to be in sync. You're going to mess it up. And then he was like telling me to like the way you should drop the worm to keep it close. And I wasn't doing it. And he's like, let's do it again. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a good event for us.
You're like, this is either going to make or break our relationship. Let's see.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Let me get this worm right so he's not getting flustered with me. And then we're not butting heads.
I just see you walking through the teams, be like, anybody want to switch partners? Because
it was actually funny too. So like when they corral you and they call all the teams, like the team names, because our team name was No Plan B, and like everyone just laughed.
Sorry.
Everyone just laughed all the time. Mm-hmm. They're like Team No Plan B, and we're like here, and everyone just starts laughing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I just picture Mike in the back, like in his head, just being like, y'all don't know. You don't know.
I was getting frustrated because I know how absolutely important the smallest details on the worm. We actually did smash the worm. We actually did really well. Yeah, he actually during the workout he faced the wrong way. Like
it's your fault,
I blame you. We could have got a place higher. We faced each other, and I was like, turn around, face the other way, and the guy no-repped us. So he like tried to like turn and like jump, and I was like, that's not No.
That's not going to get us more points. That's not going to help us with time.
So Mike wants to go indie, but if he didn't want to go indie and you guys wanted to do like a 4-person team and try to head to the games, y'all would never do that just because he wants to, make it
no.
indie? Or
Well, we have talked about doing team. We just can't find like 2 other athletes who would be willing to do team. We haven't really discussed it this year as far as like team goes. The only thing that got brought up was my coach just randomly hit me up. He's like, hey, I think we should put a team together. But from my understanding, I'm pretty sure like if you're doing a team, you all have to be at the same affiliate.
Yeah.
That's new. Yeah.
Unless I'm like flying to do the open every week or some sort like, I don't know, like how that would even like happen. I don't know. So
well, you guys don't live in the same spot yet, right?
no, so I'm moving to Monterey in May for Naval Postgraduate School to get my master's degree. So we'll be about 45 minutes apart. So I'll just be missing the open around before I move there. So then for 2 years, I'm just going to school. So I have nothing but time to train, which would be nice and not have to work all day.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like it on your Instagram. I can tell like you're moving, girl. Get it? Like
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I tell Mike all the time when we do WZA together and he beats me, and I'm like, you know what? You should beat me. You train way more than me. If I beat you, then something's wrong.
That's how men motivate, right? Like that's their motivation.
I used to get so mad when Mike would beat me in Metcons. I used to like, I don't know why, but I'll get so, maybe it's just the competitive side of me, but I used to get like so mad when he beats me. So like when I do have the chance to beat him and I do beat him sometimes, I'm like, ha, I beat you.
That's right. That's
right. He's like, I got to say, girlfriend.
Remind him who you are.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't do that to me because then when I get home, I need to feel like I have to get more masculine in the household. And she's like, no. So she just lets me win at shit so that I already feel like I'm head of household when I get home. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of thing. Like I have that. I have that.
You should let me win. Please let me win more.
She just lets me win. Like the only thing she'll beat me in is like toast bar. That's it. Otherwise, like she's just like, yeah, babe, you're stronger. Haha.
I mean, that is true. I heard Mike shaves reps to beat you.
Actually, when I'm working out and I'm beating him, he thinks I'm shaving reps. Sometimes. What? Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Does he even let you do the female scale anymore after like Taylor was like no more, like there's no difference between the workouts at all? Does he even let you do the
Oh yeah, I still do the females version.
Yeah, fuck
no
that.
Way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm like, if it's like sometimes you're like, oh, it's 400-meter row for both of us. I'm like, that's not I'm doing 350.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Feminism.
that's utterly completely false.
Oh man. All right. This was really cool. I'm excited. So what else are you guys doing this year?
We are doing I believe I'm doing NCC on team. And then we also have a Mike and I decided to do another co-ed comp. It's in October, I think. They're only taking like the top 16 teams for the division. So I think it's called Mountain West. I think it's in Idaho, if I'm not mistaken.
I've heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, Mountain West. Yeah, so we're gonna do that one. And then
that's Carl, HGR CBD. Go get your HGR CBD.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain West is his. That's where he goes and does team too. So fire.
Okay.
We'll be watching that.
So that's those are the next 2 comps: is NCC in June, and then that one in October.
Mountain West.
There's probably gonna be some like local comps that we do for fun if there's cash prize or something. Which
where are you guys doing the open?
I'll probably do an open here at my CrossFit gym, Oceanside CrossFit, which is like 5 minutes down the road.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah. I missed it last year. I kind of just did the open where I could from traveling in Australia. So it was kind of confusing because I wasn't really like a part of an affiliate in Australia because I would do the open at one place and then I would do the open at another gym. So due to traveling, so I couldn't really, I don't know.
Are you guys, and if you do, like, if you make that, I don't know, I don't know what
The
the
top
rules are.
1%.
Yeah, like, in person, in affiliate, like what's after that? Do you even know, or you're not even, you just want to
If I make the top one, oh, are you saying do I do in person or do I do it in
Yeah.
affiliate? I'd like to do in person, but I think the affiliate would be kind of cool too. But I've never been to semifinals, so like for me, I would want to do in person to get that experience on the comp floor.
Yeah.
But either way, I would still enjoy it no matter what.
Yeah.
Especially with the support of the affiliates.
Hey, would you want to come back on and hang out with us during the Open? Maybe like after the second or third week, or somewhere in between. You want to come hang out?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, I would.
Because my wife is gonna do it. She's doing it at CrossFit Chief Nation.
Okay.
With
Jet.
Jethro, and Gabe's coming out. And
Gabe's coming out on hopefully Saturday.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys I met Jethro at the Broken Science Initiative in LA?
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
did
cool.
you?
He's a cool
Yeah,
dude,
so
right?
it was a funny story. Long story short, we all had to like stand up and introduce ourselves, and like how we found out like what the Broken Science Initiative was, and I like mentioned Savant's podcast and how Greg would hop on and like kind of talk about it. So then Jethro came up to me, he's like, "Oh, you watch Savant podcast?" Then I was like, "Yeah, my boy." He's like, "Oh, you're Pool Boy's girlfriend." He's like, "This makes a lot of sense." So I was like, "Man, what are the odds?" I was like, "What are you doing way over here? Don't you live in like New York or?" But he's awesome. And then I was like, "Yeah." We started chatting. He's like, "I'm the guy that called in with the murder like above my
over his gym."
Like, oh, that was you.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Yeah,
It's insane.
It was just kind of cool to meet someone who also like listens to, Savant, and like it's just a small like community. So that was pretty cool meeting him.
But that experience must have been super cool, being at the Broken Science event.
It was cool. I'm still kind of like don't know like too much about it. All I know is like Metfix or CrossFit gyms can now be affiliated or Metfix affiliated now. But supposedly Metfix is just a small part of the Broken Science initiative. But they did talk a lot about like type 1, type 2, like chronic illness, and like just kind of deep diving into like the clinical studies of it and how a lot of it is, I don't know, I wouldn't say fraud, but like kind of tailoring like studies and how it's wrong. And it was interesting to listen to.
Yeah,
it is. Sometimes, I mean, like, that's cool that you went there. I like to listen to it afterwards when people kind of dumb it down, because it sounds like it's really like,
oh yeah, I was like, what
does
this mean? What?
Yep.
Like, I didn't graduate from college, so I don't know. I can go look it up though. Like, if I have my Google with me, I can try. But so I just try to listen to Wednesdays with Greg and try to pick up whatever little bit that I can. But it's cool.
I was hoping to meet Greg there, and he unfortunately didn't make it for some reason. I don't know why. I was like, man, I'm about to meet Greg. Like, and he wasn't there. A little sad. That was like the main reason why I wanted to go.
Go meet Greg. Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You want to see your heroes. Teresa, hey girl, what's up? Evening.
What's up?
Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're gonna have some fun. This is when everybody starts to run around because it's the Open. So we're just gonna do our regular shows, and then every once in a while have a fun show because Colleen's doing the Open. So we'll come on and talk about how much I would suck at this and how great everybody else is at it. And
how much I'm gonna suck at it. So I just got back into CrossFit, so
I'm so excited. Do you guys have any ideas of what the movements or what the workout might be?
Did anybody do you think that he'll put out like the clues? I always love the clues, and I used to get pretty close.
I'm not good with the clues at all. Like
I'm always wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, this makes no sense. It's just, I forgot what some of the clues were last year, and I'm like, I have no idea. I couldn't even think of a movement from the clue.
I'm pretty good. I hope those come out. I like to play with those a lot. I thought that was super fun when he did those. I know it pissed everybody else off, but I had fun with it.
I'm just excited to kind of really see what I can do. I haven't been doing CrossFit for over a year, probably a little bit longer than that. And I've just been lifting and boxing and everything like that. So I started Sentinel a couple weeks ago, and you know, I cleaned 135 the other day, and I was like, oh shit, like I power cleaned 135 the other day, you know? And so I'm just interested to kind of see what I can do. I haven't really got up on the pull-up bar or anything like that because the gym that I have doesn't have one.
Okay.
Or it has like the old school ones where if I tried to swing like twice, like I would rip my hands.
Yeah.
You know, like
like the really crappy, like,
yes.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a squat rack, but it has the pull-up bar where you can like adjust your hands, like it's super wide and then, you know, whatever.
Oh, like the different styles of grip.
Yes. And so I've been doing strict pull-ups on them, banded pull-ups on those, but not swinging at all because I'm like, I'm not going to rip my hands. So I'm interested to kind of see what I can do. And talking to Jet yesterday, he's like, we're going to see what you can do. And I'm like, that's a little scary, but it's cool, you know? So
I'm
I think that's probably the most exciting part about it. I have this feeling, I mean, why not? Because I'm coming back. There's going to be something like either the deadlift burpee ladder where you go up to 10 and then come back down. I'm thinking something like that. Or the ground to overhead and bar facing burpees like we were talking about with Jet yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's going to be something like a ton of bar facing burpees because I hate them and I haven't done them in a year and they're so fucking painful. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little turned on.
I sent her videos.
I'm not gonna lie.
I deadlifted 165 for one last week and I was like, hey babe, I just lifted 165. She's like, great.
It's usually the squat videos when she sends me like 145 or 155. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I front squatted the heaviest I have in a very long time. I front squatted 145.
Yeah.
For a front squat. I haven't touched a front squat in forever. I was just doing back squats while I was doing my strength programming or whatever. But Taylor is already like fixing my squat, changing up my entire air squat. You know what I mean? So it's cool. I haven't been coached in a long time. So
is he doing like your individual like programming or is it like
I'm following the Sentinel training program, the 60, because they have like the 60, they have the elite, and then they within each section they have prescribed for masters, age group, all that type of stuff. So it's really, really cool. But the best part about it is that I could take a video of my lifts and then I DM them to Taylor. And Taylor will send me a voice memo and says, this looks good. Try this, change this. This is your movement pattern. And so I squat like by leading my knees forward because one, I'm super flexible. I still do have that hyper flexibility that I had always had. So, so naturally we tend to squat forward, but I also I have back problems. So I try to always push everything forward. So when I do a hang, I don't actually hinge. I literally am upright and I just go straight down and pop it right back up. So I'm very much in the frontal plane all the time. I never really hinge because I'm trying to protect my back. So we're like weights super light, keeping things super light to just work that, to work the actual movement pattern again, which is most important to me because when I decided to get back into CrossFit, I'm like, I don't want to start doing CrossFit and then hurt myself again. I've done that within the, 17 is when we started, all those years, I probably hurt my back like 3 times. Like, I don't want to hurt my back again. I want to do CrossFit for the longevity of doing CrossFit, so I'm excited. It'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Now, hopefully I don't injure and get no more surgeries because knee surgery not that long ago. Well, a year and a half ago, but I'm excited too. I'm excited to talk to you guys about it too.
You have to come back during the Open. If you cover Colleen at the Open, will it be Kill Taylor style? Do we have to give her a hard time?
You can. You can.
I mean, I would. I think it'd be amazing if she's cool with it. I'm cool with it.
I told you I would let you. I mean, you have to physically be at the gym with me. So
I'll be yelling at you.
If you want to stream it on YouTube on your phone, or we're gonna stream it on. I told her she could do Instagram Live.
Yeah, I'll stream it on IG,
and I'll make her save it on the Glitten Things podcast so that you guys can leave all your comments so I can see them after.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time. It'll
Yeah.
be fun. You can.
I don't
yeah.
want no one live streaming mine. knowing me, I would probably have to redo the open workout like 2-3 times now that the open is more like you actually have to like care about it more than you did.
Oh,
last
you're
year.
still in that phase. We discussed this yesterday. We're out of that phase. One and done, baby. Ain't
One and
nobody
done.
trying to.
Yeah.
We tried to do that shit like 4 years ago, and it was like, nah.
For one workout.
One
Jules,
workout.
One. And we gave ourselves 2.5 days later. And
Oh
we
my
still sucked.
Yeah, it was still
It
awful.
was so bad.
Colleen, fittest 5'11" ginger on earth.
Probably not.
What I don't like was when people say they're one and done, but they realistically redo the workout like 2-3 times.
Oh no,
No,
not us.
You
no,
said
not
you're
us,
only
no.
gonna do it one time. I'm like,
No, we don't lie. We're one and done. That's it.
no, I'll probably end up redoing it.
Glitten Things behind the open. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, that'll
I
be
like
fun.
that.
It'll be a good
I
time.
tried to see if Ortega, I was like, Ortega, you should come and like film me and make this a thing. Like I'm gonna look like an idiot, but here we go. But he was already invited to a different gym,
yeah.
but it's on Long Island, so we might still get to like hang with him or whatever. I was like, you should come to Jet's gym and film it. So
That'd be
maybe
really
next
cool.
year.
He's so good.
Year.
He
Mhm.
did my content for Fittest of the Coast. He did, and he sent me some like videos and stuff. Like he did really good. His editing
cool,
skills
dude.
are he's really.
Yeah.
I've known him for like 11 years. It's
Oh
crazy.
yeah. You
Yeah,
were in
that's
the
right.
you were.
Yep.
When he
yeah,
was in the army, yeah,
I remember
He's a
that.
good dude. We go
Yeah,
like way back.
he's such a cool dude. Because I love the idea. I think Natalie said it on Pedro's. It was either Pedro's or Savon's, where where it's like go to the affiliates and see if you can get a member of the affiliate to let you follow them for the entirety of the open. Like talk about when the open gets released, talk about how you feel, have a conversation with your coach, and like the same way that we used to love watching Road to the Games for the elite athletes.
Oh, yep.
She was like, pick like 5 members of an affiliate that would feel comfortable being behind the scenes and talk about it and film them or whatever. And I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I would love to do something like that.
Yeah, and
Yes,
and
yep.
I threw that out there, Kenneth the Lap. That's Pedro's idea. He got from a comment.
Yeah,
I
from
remember
Natalie.
watching
Yep.
that too.
Yep.
And I threw that out there for Dents because she lives near Tucker Macklemore.
Yeah.
Tucker the fucker, or we call him Dreadlift.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, his gym is humongous. Like he loves it. Go, like you should. He's one of those dudes that you should go do that. You're one of those people that
Yeah, for
somebody
sure.
should go follow you through the open. Like it'd be fire.
Yeah,
And I might be able to convince my wife next year. I would love to travel to different affiliates to do the open next year.
Ooh.
Obviously, they'd have to be pretty close unless I can get her to maybe travel plane to one.
You saw.
I would love to go and meet Tucker and his wife and his family.
Yeah, that'd
and
be
go to. They're in Texas.
Yeah,
though.
they're in Texas.
So
that would have
but
to
that,
be like
that might be a conversation for next year. I might be able to get around a plane again.
It's like the halfway mark, essentially. Like
or go down to Crash, but I actually am terrified if JR was my judge or would try to coach me through a CrossFit open workout. So I don't know if I'm there yet. I might need a couple more years of Sentinel training before.
Colleen
Taylor, if I went down to Charlotte. Oh God.
Colleen would die because she holds them in such high esteem that if they told her, hey, you can do this, she would be like, sure, I can do this, even though she can't do it. But she'd be like, okay,
that's true.
I could do it because it's JR or Taylor. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I maybe a year of doing Sentinel training. Maybe I'll see if we can go down to CrossFit Charlotte and have Taylor judge me for one of my CrossFit
Hysterical.
opens.
That would be awesome. I would watch that. That would be so fun.
oh yeah, Lizzie.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I would like to think that Lizzie would be kind to me, but I don't think she.
I
think she'd kick my ass.
Lizzie, see, I can tell men no, women I can't tell no. So it would have to be like it would be like
Lizzie would be yelling at you,
or like if Savon's wife Haley was judging me, or like I can't. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'd be like, yes, I can do it. and I can't do it. But I do it. I find a
But
fucking
I'll
way
try.
to do it.
Yeah. But it'll probably have to be somebody on the East Coast because I would love to get over to CrossFit Inferno, but I don't think I could get my wife to go all the way across the country to California.
Fuck.
Where's Inferno? CrossFit Inferno?
California.
California.
You know, is it NorCal, SoCal, or
Isn't it close to Sev?
I think
close
it's
to Sev?
I don't actually know what part of California. I just know it's that big ass state over there.
I was like, there's like CrossFit Invictus that's like near me in San Diego. I went to that gym. That gym's huge actually.
That's I remember watching them in the CrossFit Opens.
They have two big massive rooms. One's like classroom and one's like strictly just open
San
gym.
Luis, Central Coast.
Oh yeah, Jeremy just said that.
Yep.
Fine.
San Luis. Okay.
Yeah.
Meaning proud to say my part. Yeah. All right, girl. I appreciate this so much. This is so fire.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get you back on for a while, and I'm excited to have you on during the Open. So now that I have your number, I don't have to message you through Mike. I can just
Mike. We don't need you no more.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard, but supposedly he won one of the Open announcements. He's going to be like announcing one of the Open workouts. He just doesn't know.
He did get it?
Supposedly, well, I don't know. They haven't officially announced it. I guess when they're reviewing the videos, I'm not sure unless he didn't tell me, but he hasn't been told anything.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I guess he was like number one after the review.
On Savons, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yep.
It's funny. We stayed up till like 11:30 that night. I love you too, babe. We slept till 11:30 that night watching all these reviews. And I'm like, we got to compete tomorrow. and then he was waiting for his video to pop up on Savon Podcast. And everyone was like, that's a 10, it's a 9.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me with this big smile on his face. He's so excited. So excited.
Mike, daddy gave you hugs and kisses too. I know what that feels like, bro. I get it. I understand it. I'm here for you. I'm rooting. Like, let's go. Big lesbian sandwich after you get the announcement. We're there, bro. We're for you.
So yeah, he's excited.
I'm so pumped.
I mean, hopefully, depending on where it's at, if I could like fly there to see it, but then again, like I would have to take my personal days off and then pay the money. So I'm curious to see if he officially got selected. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
that would be. Out of all the videos, he was definitely the best one.
That would probably be the highest watched one, just because it's fucking Mike Pooboy Olivas, who like everybody knows. Like nobody in the space doesn't know this dude.
Yeah.
So let's go.
It was funny because like at Lollapalooza, everyone was like, "Where's your boyfriend? Where's Mike at? Where is he? Where is he at? Where is he? Why isn't he here?" You know, I'm like Brian friend, like everyone that we knew, he was like, "Where's he at?" And unfortunately, like he couldn't come due to like work, or taking off work, and he just couldn't do back to back, like kind of like me, like taking off and having to travel, you know, and then it's just like a lot of money.
Don't worry, because you're gonna be on this podcast, and we're gonna make you so that it's like, oh, you're Julia Cook's boyfriend. Good shit. Like, don't worry. We're gonna get that shit up there. We're good.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Respect on my name.
That's right.
Like,
That's
what did
right.
Master P say? Let's go.
Let's go.
We are women first on this podcast. Okay.
No, I lied. We're not feminists. We're not feminists at all. Don't no, not even a little bit. Y'all go to war. We're chilling. No, I'm just kidding. Because Julia's here, so no. But yeah,
Thanks,
let's
Teresa.
go. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. I'm poor. You are not. Let's go.
Be quiet, Mike.
Just make one. I just want to see him make one, like on the TV screen. Mike, can you just make one chest muscle bounce, like do this thing,
Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, whatever. Just do that one time when you're on like a live stream. I would fucking just.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna be in the back of the live stream like last year, and he's gonna do one of these.
Oh man.
He did it at Fittest of the Coast. I was like, what are you doing?
Oh man. Yeah, the booby dance. Do that.
Yes.
Titty bounce.
Yep.
Yes, do that.
Yep.
Please. I want to see that shit. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging
Thanks,
out with
guys.
us. It was another great chit chat night. What do we got? Oh, chat appreciation is next Saturday with the boys. They're coming back on and talk about
You know,
you
the
know,
things.
hogs.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. And then after that, how are you? Do you have your own person?
Is that me?
Your-
Oh, that's me. Oh, I don't know. I just put
So tonight on this show,
I didn't know how to connect to the chat. And I was like, it says log in with you know what it is? My YouTube account has so Cook isn't my maiden name, or is that my maiden name? So like my YouTube account, my other one is like under my maiden name, but I had to change the username.
so is that you? Did you type that?
That was me. Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. So the only announcement we had was CJ DePalma came on. Like that was the only troll that we had. That was awesome. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thanks guys. We'll be back.
Yep.
Bunch of fun shit for the open. Just
Yeah, they're
fucking
just
around.
gonna be fun shows, and people, if they can join us, and
Yeah, we'll get Jeremy back. Like, dude,
mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll hit you up. But we're gonna have everybody back, all the usual suspects. Hopefully we'll find Jason CF Media somewhere and whatnot. So we'll have a good time and not too crazy.
All right, guys.
Thanks for hanging out.
Next time. Bye.
Deuces.